Hey y'all, welcome back to Fire and Water Cooking. I am Darren, of course, and today we're going to be cooking up some turkey breasts here on the new Z Grills 7002 CE2. I'll be right back.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from Fire and Water.
Alright, also, first of all, what I'm going to do is get this thing going to where we can get it on a low smoke first. So actually I'm going to take it to where if I press this button here, just press this knob, it flashes the different probes that I can change. So if I press it the first time, it'll set the temperature of the chamber. So I'm going to take that down to right at 200 degrees. I'm going to let that, do that again because it went up to 5. So 200 degrees. And then these two probes, I can press it again and it'll light up these two probes. And these are our food probes. And I'm going to use both of them today because I got 4 good size turkey breasts that I'm going to monitor. I got them in 2 different pans, so I'm going to monitor each one in one of the pans with the turkey breast. So once this gets up to temperature, it's just now starting. I just had it on for a second and it started to cycle, but we're going to let it get up to the 200 degrees, which what it'll do is it'll give me a good base smoke. We're going to let that go for about 20 or 30 minutes at 200. Then we're going to crank up the heat and get it up so we can get a crispy skin on those turkey breasts. So, all right guys, I'll be back when I'm showing you how I'm putting the turkey breasts on. All right guys, I can smell those pellets starting to smoke, and you can see smoke coming out of the chimney there, and it's just getting started here. But one of the things I did, make sure you wash your probes before each cook, and I just washed these. This will be the first cook on this particular grill, so I washed them really good. And like I said, we're letting that smoke get up, and then I'm going to bring out the turkey breasts and show you what I'm going to do. I'm not controlling it with the Wi-Fi right now because it's a really simple cook and I don't really need to get it going. So that's one of the things about this grill. It's got both functions and it's really easy just to control the temperature with the knob. But to monitor, we will use the Wi-Fi app on the phone to monitor the temperature and all that and make sure that we don't overshoot. We're going to shoot for about a 155 internal temp for the turkey breast today because with carryover cooking it's going to get us up to that 165. But I'm going to let it run for 200 degrees probably for about, like I said, 20 to 30 minutes to get a good smoke on the skin, and then we'll crank that up to about 375 or so we can actually get a good crisp on the skin without overcooking it. So alright, you can see it's smoking. It's up to about 114, 115 degrees right now. I'll be back when we're putting the turkeys on. Well, here's a little something you guys should know, that it will overshoot the temperature initially once it gets going. It was up to right about 260 degrees, and I always expect that on a pellet grill when we first get it going because it's really dumping a lot of pellets in there just to set the base up. But as you can tell, it's dropping pretty fast now. So as soon as this gets down to right around 225 or so, I'm going to open it up, which will drop the temperature even more, and we'll stick these turkey breasts on that I got, and I'll show you them really quick. I bought 2 good sized turkey breasts from our local grocery store, and I took them and I cut them in half. I cut the backbone part out because there's really no meat to that. If you want to save that, you can use it for stock, definitely. But I just cut the backbone part out and split the breasts in 2. So that's 2 full young turkey breasts there. I went ahead and brined them overnight with salt, and I put my seasoning on there, which I'll show you in just a second. This is the Fire and Water Cooking black garlic and herb compound butter, which is awesome on poultry. And then that's pretty much it. I let them sit overnight, and now they're ready to go on. And it's down to about 250 now, so another 10 minutes or so we'll be able to put these on, get some smoke to them for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then we'll crank up the heat. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're getting close to the temperature where I want it to be, where it's not really cooking too much but giving me some nice smoke. So I'm going to put a little bit more of my Fire and Water Cooking Edible Creations black garlic and herb compound butter, which I said is great on poultry and seafood, even on some pork if you want to try something a little different on pulled pork. It's not a very sweet seasoning, it's more savory, but it works good on just about anything, but especially poultry and seafood. All right, that's enough of that. And let me kind of show you the grill again. And we're down to right about 240. And as soon as I open that lid, it's gonna drop down even more. It's down 239 now. I don't know if you can see it, but it's down. So we're gonna go ahead and put the turkey breasts in there, and I'm gonna put a probe in each pan. I'm gonna leave these in the pan so it'll capture a lot of the juices and moisture. I don't know if I'll use it for any of the gravy, just for the fact that usually when you cook something in the smoker like this, it will the smoke will overpower the drippings. All right, I'm going to put it right there, deep into the breast meat. That's my probe 2 and probe 1. I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to put it right here, deep in the breast meat. All right. Yep. The temperatures are dropping down to that. So, all right, that's it, guys. We're going to let this run, like I said, right about 20 or 30 minutes with the smoke, and then we're gonna crank up the heat. I'm gonna show you how I got those set up in there so you can see. But there we go. We're gonna get some smoke, and I'll be back when we're taking them out. All right, guys, see, it's been sitting right there about 201 to 202 for the last 20 minutes or so. So I think we got plenty of good smoke on it. I'm going to go ahead and crank this up. Let's take a look at them while we're here. Might as well just open up the lid, take a look at these, see how they're looking. Starting to get a little bit of color to them. Like I said, it's poultry, so we don't need a whole lot of smoke to it. It's going to get some good smoke, because poultry really sucks up, especially the skin, sucks up that smoke. But our temperature on the internal, we're sitting right at 70 degrees on one and 80 degrees on another. And that's just because of the thickness, I'm sure, or where the probe is. So we're actually doing pretty good on internal temp. So I'm going to go ahead and crank this up. Like I said, we'll push our button here to get that to flash. I'm going to turn it up right about 375 or so. Let's see, it's 3. All right, 375. You can tell it's starting to push a little bit more smoke, because it's going to dump some more pellets in there, start to get hotter. So we're going to hit it with a little bit more smoke right here in the initial temperature rise, and then it's going to get it hopefully about within 45 minutes to an hour we'll be done. They don't take a whole lot of time once you since we cut them in half, got rid of that backbone. It really doesn't take long to cook these turkey breasts. So If you keep them whole, you keep that cavity, it makes it cook, you know, it takes the time a lot longer to cook. So that's pretty much it, guys. We're just gonna let these coast, let that temperature get up to that 375 mark, crisp up some of that skin, but we'll check back in just a few minutes. I'll be back. All right, guys, so even though I don't need to monitor it with the amp, I'm just showing you that how it did overshoot just a little bit, getting that temperature back up hotter. So it overshot. I want to bring it back down. It's going to come back down to that 375 range. But you see, the internal temp's not moving. All right, we've been running for about 45 minutes at 375. And I'm actually going to crank this down just a little bit and show you just how these are looking. Those are looking pretty sweet. Getting some good crust on there. This one here is a little bit thinner than the big one I got over here. So this one's going to be done a little bit before this one here. So I might just move these around a little bit just so that we can let this one catch up to this one. Because I think the heat, this is right over the fire pot. So I think we're going to be able to get that to cook a little faster and this one a little slower just by switching them up. But check them out, guys. They're looking pretty good. All right, guys. So the thinner one, which is actually being monitored on probe 2 here, we're going to go ahead and take off because it's reached temperature and I don't want it to overcook, and I want the other one to be able to come up to temp. We're still about 30 degrees away on the thicker one, so we're going to go ahead, take this probe off, take these breasts off, close this back up, and let that cook for a little more. Still got another 20 degrees or so, but we're going to take a bite of this one right here. If you look at that, those look phenomenal. Nice color to them. Just don't want them to overcook. Don't want them to get dried out. And you can see there's lots of juice coming out of that. Oh, take a bite out of it real quick. Then I'm going to stick it in the oven to just kind of stay warm, to wrap it up. But, check out all that juice coming out of there, guys. Awesome. Woo! So good. Nice and juicy. Rub is awesome on it. Got just enough smoke on there. Wow, good stuff. All right, well that's it. I'll come back when we're pulling the other one off. Should just be another 15 minutes or so, maybe a little bit less. But we'll keep these warm. Like I said, I just don't want to overcook them, get them dried out. I'll be back. Guys, so my other turkey breasts here are up to the temp that I wanted them at, just over 155. Check it out. They got really good color on them. Let me get you a little closer look. So yeah, they're about 158 right now, and by the time they carry over cook, they'll be at the 165 or more. So pretty good looking stuff here. I'm not ashamed of that at all. But check out the Z-Grills, guys. It works really good. I got it in shutdown mode now, so what it's doing is burning down whatever remaining pellets are in the burn pot, and that's what it's doing. But it monitored the temperature well for the cooker and for the meat itself. Very happy with it. Check it out, Z-Grills. This is the 7002 CE2 Wi-Fi edition. Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook, and I'll do a couple more videos on this grill just so you know just how good they are. See you on the next one. All right, guys, it was a really super simple cook here, but something that you can do very easy. And the Z-Grills makes it super easy. Just get some smoke on it first for the first half hour. But make sure you check out the Z-Grills. Check out the link below, and you can check out the reward crowdfunding program Z-Grills has got going on, where you can get a brand new grill every 5 years, up to 10 of them. It's an amazing program they got going on. Just make sure you click the link below. But thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you on the next Fire and Water cooking video.